The palace stands still. The Spanish flag waves in the early morning light. The nation expects the ordinary, another quiet royal day. But no, something shifts. A revelation too powerful to ignore. King Felipe is preparing his last act. An act that changes not just his daughter's life, but the course of Spain's monarchy forever. And here's the truth: what looks like an ending is actually the beginning of something greater. Princess Leonor, the heir, the future queen. But before she ascends, her father must do what no king ever desires: step away and pass the torch. Yet his farewell is not silence, it is action. A final gesture, soaked in love, duty, and legacy. What is this act? Why now? And what does it mean for Leonor, for Spain, for Europe, for history? That's the story we uncover today. King Felipe has ruled with a steady hand. He carried Spain through turbulence, scandal, and renewal. His crown was more than a symbol, it was a shield. But history demands transition. And so, his farewell takes form, not in speeches, not in titles, but in something deeper: a father's gift to his daughter, and a monarch's last promise to his people. Imagine the scene. The king and his heir alone in the palace halls. Marble floors echoing beneath their steps. Portraits of ancestors looking down. It is here, not before the cameras, that the true farewell begins. Felipe speaks not as king, but as father. His words, heavy with decades of service, are reminders of sacrifice, of integrity, of love for Spain. Leonor listens, her eyes steady, her shoulders squared, but her heart racing. For she knows this is more than guidance, it is a transfer of weight, the invisible crown placed upon her long before the gold one rests on her head. And yet, the public will not be shut out. No, Philippe's final act is for them as well. A national address, his last as sovereign. The nation holds its breath. From Madrid to Barcelona, from Seville to Bilbao, families gather around screens. Silence falls. The king's voice fills the air. Strong, measured, emotional. He thanks Spain, not just for loyalty, but for resilience. He speaks of unity, of dignity, of responsibility. And then, he does what shocks the world. He turns to Leonor, standing at his side, and names her, not just as future queen, but as the very embodiment of Spain's tomorrow. His words are not ceremony, they are consecration. But let us ask, why now? Why this timing? Why this urgency? Behind the grandeur lies reality. Felipe knows transitions are fragile. Monarchies stand only when their people believe. By acting now, by making his daughter the central figure of Spain's destiny, he secures the monarchy's survival. He ensures the crown is not seen as relic, but as renewal. And so, his final act is both personal and political. It is farewell, but it is also fortress. Still, not all are convinced. In whispers across Europe, debates flare. Is Leonor ready? At 19, can she hold the weight of a crown that nearly broke others before her? Some skeptics call it premature. Others argue it is brilliance, strike while trust is high, while youth is hope, while Leonor embodies the future. And so, the world divides. But Spain watches with a mixture of fear and pride. Their young princess, soon to be their queen. Their father king, soon to be memory. Now, the question that lingers: what does Leonor feel? Inside the palace, she is daughter. But outside, she is destiny. Does she tremble beneath the pressure? Or does she rise, fueled by the duty engraved in her bloodline? The truth is both. She is human, with doubts and fears. Yet she is also royal, trained from childhood to stand firm. And Felipe knows this. His last act, then, is not just ceremony, it is shield. By standing with her, by guiding her in his final hours. As king, he sends her forward not as child, but as equal. From this moment, the stage is set. Spain enters a new era. Felipe departs, but not defeated, fulfilled. Leonor ascends, but not alone, carrying her father's final blessing. History will record this day not just as abdication, but as transformation. The crown passes, but the love endures. And so, the story of Spain continues. And now, we ask you, the listener, what is a king's greatest act? Is it ruling? Or is it knowing when to step aside, ensuring the future shines brighter than the past? For Felipe, the answer is clear. His reign ends not in silence, but in love. His final act is not farewell, it is forever. Spain watches. The world watches. The crown moves forward. And in that forward motion, we see it. A father's legacy, a daughter's destiny, a nation reborn. This is the last act of King Felipe. And the first step of Queen Leonor.